We knew that something new was coming to Blend Bunny. Why? Because they changed their logo and they've kind of been drip feeding that something was coming and they were giving this sort of like strange medical-y vibe and the pink. And I was kind of going, has it something to do with the substance? You know, that whole thing with Demi Moore? It's not. They've actually revealed it over on Instagram in the last like hour or so. So let's have a little chat about it. And to be fair, they did give us a little bit of a sneak peek. They showed what it looked like on the model, and you can see quite clearly there's some pinks going on. And they had also shown us the outside of the palette. It's called plastic, it's pink, and you would kind of go, oh, well, because it's pink on the outside, is it going to reflect that on the inside? To some degree, it's not exactly a monochromatic palette. You'll see what I mean. Like, yes, there are pinks in there, but it isn't a monochromatic palette. There's some sort of peachy shades in there. There's some paler shades. There's a black in there. They do apparently have some nice duochromes in there as well. The shade Plastic is a pink gold duochrome. The pans are also magnetic, which I think is very, very smart. And I have to say, this is kind of exciting in the sense that this is the first time that we've seen a really big change up from Blend Bunny. Like, this is not the general format of her stuff, and this is such a big change for her. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty interesting. Kudos, well done. And I found it really helpful to read their description that they had given when they announced this. They said Plastic was designed with a mental mood board of facades in the beauty industry, hints of nip tuck and mean girls, and you can really see that there, and the ongoing pursuit of perfection, beauty and youth that we as modern day feed scrolling humans face. I had the idea of bringing in flesh or nude tones with pops of hot pink and even an icy teal shimmer for the perfect little hot girl palette. This is releasing on the 17th of January and it's going to retail for $34 and they've basically said that because of the type of pigments that they've used, the shifty shades, etc., the magnetic components, that's why the price is the way it is. I'm assuming this is also going to be available on Glisten Cosmetics at some point, in which case if you are interested you can use my code for some money off. It's my name, Teresa, but you can also use my gorgeous friend Daniela's code. It's Cosmic Peaches. It'll be down below if you are actually interested. And as I was scrolling over on Instagram, I saw the fabulous, incomparable Deandra and Nicole had actually given us swatches. And don't they look fabulous? Like, you can really, really clearly see there that there's at least one duochrome, multichrome. And you can kind of see the shift even on the pink to kind of champagne-y one. That's super interesting. But as always, these look so much more interesting and dynamic when you see them moving. And she actually has a video of that. And I'm going to play that for you now. Do you see what I mean? And Deandra always captures this so well. It's beautiful. I also wanted to point out that over on their post where they revealed this, they said it feels very strange to continue on with our launch while LA is in such a catastrophic state, but we made the decision to proceed with launch and use this as an opportunity to donate 5% of sales of this palette to California Fire Foundation, which I think is really quite smart. Like, they can actually use this as a really great opportunity to not just generate sales for themselves, but use those sales to put money towards something that's actually very, very meaningful. I've been following Blend Bunny for 3 or 4 years at this point, and this does feel like a very, very new shift. I mean, we saw that with their last palette that they came out with just before Christmas, and this does feel like an additional new angle for them. You know what I'm going to say, it's been a lot of releases in a very short amount of time, but I kind of get it here, particularly if they're thinking about wanting to give money towards the California Fire Foundation. I'm all for that. I think that's really, really cool. What do I think of the colour story? I actually think that's quite nice. I would use quite a bit of this. At the moment, I'm trying to curb my enthusiasm and my spending, but I think it looks really quite pretty. It isn't like a total monochromatic palette. It isn't like pink. I think those instances of kind of more nudie shades in there are really, really smart. I'm looking forward to seeing some looks on this, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys think. So let me know down below what your thoughts are.